Changing out the diesel fuel filter on a SKODA SUPERB Mk2 2008 to 2015. Here's a fuel filter at the front of the engine. This is a 170 common rail 2 litre diesel engine, and as you can see the fuel filter is quite easily accessible. All the feed and return pipes are mounted on the top of the cap. As you can see there's 5 screws which are T20, but what I do before I undo these is I give the top a good clean. Don't forget to use eye protection and some protective gloves. So I'm going to use some clean diesel and a little brush. I've lost my usual brush, so I'm going to have to use this toothbrush. So I'm going to clean all the muck and debris and corrosion out. Dry it all off before loosening off all the machine screws. Put a clean towel all around the area, just underneath the cap. This will serve to both absorb the diesel fuel and hopefully return any screws that you lose as you're taking them out, as they're a little bit fiddly behind the pipes. So that's something to be mindful of. Right, we can take the screws out now. To open up the filter housing, we take the top off, and you need to put a screwdriver just here, a flat-bladed screwdriver, to tease open the canister. So you just put it in the slot, open it up a bit. You might be able to lift it off then. No, so I'll just lift it up a little bit more. That should do it. Yeah. Right, you want to get a bowl to put the filter in. Lift the cap up and the filter's attached to it. Sometimes they'll drop off. Like so. Then you have to retrieve it with a screwdriver. Lift it up and let it drain a little bit. Get your jug and put your filter in. Then with the use of a turkey baster, I remove all the remaining fluid from the canister. You don't have to do that, but you might look inside. It's very often contaminated with some debris or bits in it. So that's something that I always do. So I always think it's worth taking this out, just in case. Move your jug with filter and fuel away from the area. Now we've got a clean empty canister. Get a clean rag and wipe the top edge away from the inside so no debris falls back in. Right, that's nice and clean. Select a good quality filter, which should come with a new O-ring, which will fit onto the cap, but first you need to take the old one off. To do this you just simply pull your fingers around where the rubber ring is from side to side and create a loop in the middle, and then it'll pull off easy. Stretch the new seal on and just go over it with a little bit of diesel. Then we want to fill the canister with fresh clean diesel. Here's a new filter. Only one end should have a hole in it, which fits onto the cap. Like so. But you can usually get away with putting the filter into the canister, letting it sink down and then putting the cap back on. So I'm going to see if this one will do that. Let it sink down. Then you should be able to push the cap down and hear it click. Which I'm not doing on this one. So I have to lift it out and put it on manually. Right, that's on now. Then slip it back in. Make sure it's on. Flipping water cap spout keeps getting in the way. And then what I like to do is fill the canister as I'm putting it down with as much fluid as I can. So when the cap goes down, it pushes some fluid out and you know there's no air trapped inside. That should be it. Make sure that all the holes are lined up as you push it down home firmly. Then it's just a question of putting all the screws back in. And it's probably a good idea to do this from alternate sides, especially when you're tightening it down home. Once you're happy with it, remove the towel and wipe down the area and you're done. All you got to do now is turn the engine over to make sure it's all working correctly. Just rev the engine for a little bit. Make sure it's not spluttering. If it is, it'll soon stop. And mine's ticking over nicely now. So that's it. Job done, sorted. And a fairly easy routine job to do. And one that shouldn't be put off for too long. And in my opinion should be changed out quite regularly to safeguard your engine. In particular the injectors, being particularly sensitive to dirty fuel. Anyway, that's all from me. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next up and coming video.